Well, with New Year's right around the corner, so comes the resolutions too. And we spoke with our friend, fitness expert Amanda Jives, about 10 unexpected truths about getting healthy. Take a look.
Amanda, thank you so much for joining me again to talk about another amazing topic.
Thank you. I love it. Getting to be one-to-one with you.
Yeah, awesome. So today we're going to talk about 10 unexpected truths about getting healthy. So can you go through all of them for us?
Absolutely. The thing is, when we get healthy, we have a lot of expectations. And I think that giving ourselves a little grace and realizing some of these truths will be really helpful so that, when they come up along the way, it doesn't hinder us. It doesn't feel like a stumbling block. So I'll get right into it. The first thing is that your leanest body is not going to be your strongest or your healthiest. It's not always the case that you really actually need to lose, 20 pounds. We don't need to be what we were when we were 18 or 20, realizing that we're adults, we've got natural curves, we've likely got like a little bit more muscle, and we've had life. So know that, your leanest, being the skinniest and is not always going to be your healthiest. There is a good happy medium. So finding out what that is for you is really important. Number two is the scale weight and your pant size. That does not define you. There's so much more to us than what the scale says. That's just a number. I often tell people it's just gravity pulling down on you. Your scale weight can fluctuate from night to day by like 5 to 6 pounds sometimes. So know that there's so much more that, is part of our worth and our meaning than just what our pant size is. We love our friends, whether they're a large pant size or small. So know that we always have value. It's an idea of love yourself where you are as you're getting to this journey of, maybe getting healthier. Number two is prioritize sleep. Don't underestimate needing to rest and needing to sleep. It's, if not more important than your exercise and your nutrition. We kind of think of sleep and rest as the foundation of your house. If you don't have a really great foundation, we're not going to build $1 million house on a sinkhole. So make sure that your foundation is really stable. Give yourself permission to have rest days when you're feeling really tired, and then your body's a lot more likely to do the things you want it to do if we're taking care of it with those basic needs of sleep and rest.
So true.
Another thing, yeah. Another thing is just consistency over perfection. And I think I might say that every time I come on here is it's more to the more you say that to yourself, consistency over perfection. So having a treat is part of a balanced plan. Enjoy cake for special occasions. Enjoy your favorite little chocolates. Chocolate's my favorite, so I have them in my house. Making sure that if it's more what you do over time than what you do for a short time perfectly, because we're human. So that's one of our things is, expect to mess up, give yourself grace, and then keep going. We wouldn't tell our children that they're not allowed to mess up along the journey of learning anything. So, give yourself that same grace.
So true. I see sometimes people like cutting everything because they're on like this strict diet, but then when they achieve their goals, maybe they'll go all back to it, and then the weight will come back into.
Exactly. Anything that you can't do for the long term isn't going to give us long-term results. A quick fix might be a quick fix, but sometimes those, this is another segment, but those quick fixes can really make it harder down the road if it kind of wrecks your system. So, yes, if it's not something that you're going to do for a long time, why do it? Why struggle for a day if you're not going to do it for the longevity? So something you can do till 85, that's what you want to be doing so that we're consistently seeing those results. I don't personally want to work hard for a week just to see results for a couple days and then go back to desserts. The other thing is, and we've said this a little bit with the scale, is like the goal body, the body that you're really going to love has a lot less to do with your goal weight than you really think. It's truly, and the reasoning behind that is it's who you become along the way of doing the exercise, of getting to the goal of, be training to walk a 5K or a marathon or something. It's you building the confidence in yourself that you do what you say you're going to do. It's you looking forward to the exercise. It's you building that happy release, maybe that stress release that makes you happier at the end of the day, getting the exercise, or knowing like, oh, I had a really great breakfast this morning and I feel good. I don't feel like lethargic and weighed down by something that wasn't really great for me. So it's not always the goal weight, because a lot of times you'll see people will get to that goal weight, but they actually don't find happiness in the goal weight. You find happiness in the journey and the process of getting to where you want to go.
Oh, love that.
Another thing is quality food over less food. I often say, instead of fewer carbs and fewer sweets, think more protein, more vegetables, more water, more sleep. Like, think in terms of abundance as opposed to lacking. Because I always say, we wouldn't say this to our children, but we have an inner child inside of us. And as soon as we say, don't do this, we immediately think, if I say, don't think of a white elephant, you're going to think of a white elephant, but if I say, think of this, we're much more likely to do the things that are more positive as opposed to restrictive. So think quality. You don't have to, immediately take away the bad foods, or even label foods as bad or good. Just eat more quality foods. You're going to fill up better and your body's going to behave better. You'll have better nutrition, better digestion, and just overall health. Plan for your obstacles. And we've said this, if you know that this week you're going to go out to dinner and you're not going to have a lot of control over what you eat, plan for that evening and maybe, look at the menu ahead of time. So just be aware so that you don't feel like you're always in reactive mode. You're like, I've planned to eat at the Mexican restaurant. I'm going to get some healthy street tacos and maybe just get a serving of chips as opposed to, abstaining from the chips. Or there was actually a video recently where somebody was like, instead of chips at the Mexican restaurant, order some cucumbers. And I was like, that is not, nobody is going to take you up on that. But you can enjoy the chips, but get a small dose of the chips as opposed to just eating mindlessly out of the thing.
Right.
Also enjoy the journey. I've said this, anything that you're going to be doing for the long term, you want to enjoy it. So you want to look forward to it. Find, breakfasts that are healthy, but also you look forward to, kind of plan to switch it up so you don't get bored and you don't kind of fall off the wagon, as we say. Another thing is, don't compare yourself. Don't compare yourself to your friend, and don't compare yourself to a past version of yourself. Where are you now? What can we do ahead of, what can we do forward, as opposed to, kind of getting down of where we were. If those thoughts come up, acknowledge them and say, but I'm moving forward. Be really positive with yourself. And then the very last thing is, you're not always going to be motivated. We've talked about this. So rely on habits. We don't have to motivate ourselves to brush our teeth in the morning. It's just a habit. So, you make a habit of, I always, make a plan on the weekend for healthy menus. Just make that a habit to, just start with, planning your week and going to the grocery store and set yourself up for success.
Oh, so good. I love everything you said. And I hope everybody that is watching us right now took the time to write it down, because you should have on your phone or in your notebook to constantly take a look at all these points, because they're so good.
Yes.
Awesome. Amanda, thank you so much.
You're so welcome. Thanks for having me.